Hi there. From the bird's trap is yet another trappy line in the From's Gambit. White opens with the bird's opening f4 and black immediately gambits a pawn with a move e5 known as the From's Gambit. White takes the pawn, f takes e5, and a second pawn is offered up with d6. White happily obliges, e takes d6, and after bishop takes d6, black is threatening mate in a couple of moves. Let's see how that mate works. We'll throw in a totally nonsensical move, a3, and now after queen h4, check, the mandatory g3 to interpose, and queen takes g3 is the most aesthetic way to finish. Queen takes g3, h takes g3, and the solitary bishop, the solitary black piece out, delivers mate on g3. So, backing up, after bishop takes on d6, white will play the obvious knight f3, which covers the h4 square. g5, an attempt by black to dislodge the knight on f3. Black's intending g4 on the next move. Well, white could continue here with g3 and d4, theoretically sound continuations. If the embarrassing h3 is played, we've seen this move on a previous video, which prevents the pawn advancing to g4, but it allows black to enter into the hole on g3, just created. Bishop g3, yeah, that's checkmate. So after this move g5, there's another try by white, and it's the move c3. Quite rare. The queen can slide out along the diagonal to a4 while vacating the d1 square in some variations for the king. Black proceeds according to plan with g4, hitting at that knight, but white can first throw in a check, queen a4, and if the bishop interposes bishop d7, then white's doing okay after queen e4. Going back, that bishop d7 means that black is hitting two pieces, but after queen e4, that's check. The knight on f3 can move, run away on the next move, while b7 is also being targeted by white, who's keeping a watchful eye on that b7 square. So rather than interposing bishop d7, knight c6 makes a lot of sense. And now the knight on f3 runs away, knight d4. The knight on c6 is now being targeted twice and is pinned by the queen. Rather than defending the knight, black can counter with queen h4, check. Two continuations here by white, either g3 or king d1. g3 isn't as bad as it might initially look. It does allow black the thematic sacrifice, bishop takes on g3. Since after h takes g3, black's picking up material with queen takes on h1, but white is doing actually okay after the move knight b5, which is targeting c7, and the queen on the fourth rank is quite active, more or less equal, perhaps with advantage for white. So rather than going for g3, which is a bit complicated, king d1 is a little bit more natural. After king d1, black here plays g3. This is a complicated move, and white might not know how to react here. Certainly he can't take, because then the rook is hanging. If instead b3, to try and extricate some of those sardine-like pieces on the queen side, the bishop is heading maybe for a3, then black is winning with a queen sacrifice, a temporary queen sacrifice or pseudo sacrifice. Queen takes on h2, hitting the rook on h1. After rook takes queen, g takes on h2. That pawn is going to queen on the next move. White has absolutely nothing. If he tries knight takes c6 to allow the queen to h4, well, black will queen on the move, h1 queening, and nothing happens after a discovered attack by the knight on c6, releasing the queen. White gets nothing from that, and black here is clearly winning. So this has been from the bird's trap in the From's Gambit. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.